Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Friday Live with Elva and myself. And we have a tie bet for today because we were between Napoleon Effect and Tom Brady. But I guess that we have a bigger crowd of men. And actually, I don't know if it's a bigger crowd of men or that's just the ladies like to see what happened with Tom Brady. Hi, Elva, Uribe, how you doing? My name is Susan Ivitz. I'm a human behavior hacker. Some people hack computers. I hack humans, and I've been called the human polygraph. I specialize in all the channels of behavior. And Elva Uribe, beside to be my partner, business partner in crime, you are.
I am the CEO of Latin America. I am a human behavior hacker too.
And I'm checking that we are live. I can see us on Facebook. I can see us in YouTube. I cannot see us in LinkedIn yet, but I think the LinkedIn have a delay. Reminder on. Remind me. I don't know. I guess that we're gonna be going live soon, but we are here. So we already have people. I would love to have Jen in the live today. It says such a pretty face, but so many controversies. Perfect. We're not going to talk about the controversies, the kids that he have. Now we are live and LinkedIn. Now I know that I have again all the monitors because last Friday I have only one and I was losing things. Depending who you're talking to, there is controversies and people says like, no, he did it by the book. So Amber, glowing Amber, hi, I love how you doing. Thank you for your emails. Dan, I love your show. Thank you very much. And she says, Tom Brady, it is the guy that married to Mary Osmond. No, he already married the Victoria's Secret Brazilian model who was on 2012 named one of the 6 best paid model on the world. And by the way, they have a house whose value in $33 million. Really, I have a big house. I cannot complain. It's almost more than 3,500 square footage. I get it. But do you need a house of $33 million? And they say they look like a hotel. Glowing Number says, I see you. Thank you very much. And I'm going to be checking on the other channels because apparently StreamYard is not allowing us all the time to be looking at all the channels, all the messages that we have live. So we know if we're more men or women voting for Tom Brady. Actually, I think that we have more women voting for him than men.
Yeah, I think the same.
Anyway, so get ready because there are going to be a lot of changes on the month of April. Not because we're bad, it's like you have 2 ways to grow. You grow monumentally and it's like, okay, how we satisfy everyone or you going down? In our case, we grow monumentally and we are been having trainings during the week. We need to have been changing times of the life. So we make some decisions that maybe they're not going to be making everybody happy, but there are decisions they need to get done. So I did have to refresh to see your stream. Like, yeah, and LinkedIn, you need to refresh to see the stream. I don't know. Elva, I think we have your kind of connection, but thank God you have your internet guy working today. So are you ready, guys? Because we're going to talk about Tom Brady face reading. And when it says guys, it's a generalization dictionary for ladies and men. Ladies and gentlemen, I think is going to be better. So here we go. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady. And for our Facebook group, we wait to see you at 6 p.m. We're gonna be reading a couple of mock jobs. So hello, Christine. How you doing, my love? I hope you're feeling better after your surgery. So, Tom Brady. But before, starting April the 2nd, we only gonna be having one live, and it's gonna be Friday. Don't hate us. But what is being happening on Wednesday is that we have been doing a lot of training with different time zones, and sometimes we need, Elva and I, we break like the training that we're doing to do the live. So we realized that it's becoming more and more difficult to get it done, and we prefer to give you quality instead to quantity. So we're going to be starting April to only having lives on Fridays at 4:05 p.m. But for the fans of the Profiler Task Force, we have news. So we are coming back on May. So woohoo! You're not going to see us on Wednesday, but you're going to have the chance to see the Profiler Task Force. Now, if you like anything that we talking about and you want to learn face reading, linguistic, body language, microexpression, we are launching 12 new classes in the next 45 days. You can go to Human Behavior Hacker School. You have the link on the banner happening down here. And from all the webinars that we have done and the webinars that are coming, you can go to humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar and you can register. If you miss it, if you want to see any of the webinars, and believe me, you don't want to miss the ones that we already did, you can go to humanbehaviorhackerschool.com and you can see it. Now, if you want to register on and not to miss any of our lives, I would say go to Susan Iwitz at Human Behavior Lab, click subscribe, hit the bell. And the good thing about this is you don't need to put your email. You're not going to receive a spams. It's just a reminder. So when we go live, or we about to go live, or we have news, or we have tips, or whatever happened, it's easy for you to find it in YouTube. One of the things that I like about subscribing in YouTube is that it's not invasive. It's about that the things that we can offer and that we know that we can offer better. So remember, Susan Iwitz at Human Behavior Lab. So now the next, I adore you, Christine. It says, I appreciate it, quality over quantity. Thank you very much. We do too. And people sometimes do not realize how much work requires to do a 1 hour, hour and a half webinar with the biography, the images, the analysis, to make sure that it's accurate. For example, I didn't know who was Tom Brady until one of the people on the Facebook group bring her on during the Super Bowl in February, and I started learning like, oh, that is the dude who have a kid with the woman who used to do Sex and the City, who never remember who she was or she is, but we're going to talk about it. So we appreciate it. Thank you, Christine, for the support. The next face reading profiler intro is going to be April the 6th, 8 p.m. So if you want to register this face reading profiling intro, we have 2 paid webinars a month. The first Tuesday and the third Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You have 2 ways to do it. You can register to watch it live and be part of the webinar and make questions, or you can see it recorded after, whatever suits you. Not everybody want to go through all the face reading levels that are a little more complex. Maybe you want to know about business, or you want to know about intimacy, you want to know about dating. So this is a good way for in 90 minutes to get one feature, log that feature, and maybe take it. And we are launching a membership on the month of April, so we're going to make it easy for you to follow it. Let's see if we have any message on any of the channel that I'm missing. No, I don't see any message missing. So, by the way, you can register on humanbehaviorlab.com humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar if you want to see it live, and humanbehaviorhackerschool.com if you want to see the ones that we already did, including the one we did with Lina Cisco for San Valentine. Now, Tom Brady, let's go to see this guy and what it means. Is there a way to join in all webinars, or do you need to do it all separately? That is one of the things that we're going to have. We're going to talk, by the way, next Friday, we're not going to be live again, for the reason that we have a training on the city, and the training and on the driving is going to be impossible to be doing the webinar on my cell phone. So we're not going to have a live on next Friday, but we're going to talk about a membership where you're going to be able to join all the webinars that we do a month, to have 15 minutes with any of the experts on the Human Behavior Lab, and you have the chance to receive 2 videos with tips only, especially crafted for you with the membership. We're going to have 3 tiers, and we're going to be talking about, and we're going to start announcing and showing the memberships next week, on the first week of April. We're launching in April. So yes, you have the way to see the webinars separately. That is one of the good things about these mini webinars. So to be clear what she is asking about, let's go back. So these mini webinars are between 60 and 90 minutes. And we talk about 1 or 2 features that are be combined in face reading. Not everybody want or can't take the 5 levels. There are around like 60 hours of training on face reading. Maybe you want to know any specific. So we're doing 1 webinar about face reading each month. The first Tuesday of each month, we're going to be talking about face reading. We already talked about the size of the ears and the height of the ears on the first one. On the second one, we talk about lips, how we communicate, how we doing or how we feeling, and how sexual you can be depending on your lips. And now we're going to be talking about eyelids, because we have a lot of people who ask about dating and the levels of intimacy and how people manage intimacy during this pandemic. So that's where we're going to do. So you can do it through the membership, who is going to be like 50% discount for all the webinars and all the tips that you have, or you can go directly and register to the one you want. Now, Tom Brady, girls, are you sitting in a cushion? Because I know more than one is dying for this guy. Personally, I don't find any attraction to him.
No, I think he's not like, he's cute, but he's not my type. So no.
Yeah, he's cute to put it on the shelf, but not to date him. Sorry, not my type. Everybody know that I like it tall, chubby, bald, blue eyes, type A, grumpy. So I guess the only thing left is Jack Nicholson. By the way, somebody offered me to introduce me to Jack Nicholson. Haven't happened yet. So I still waiting for your promise. So, okay, let's go to Tom Brady face reading profiling. So Tom Brady was born as Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Wow, such a name and responsibility to have. He was born on August 3rd, 1977. And for the ones who believe in horoscope, he's a Leo, so he's never give up. My oldest brother and my dad were Leo, so I know what we're talking about. Okay. He's an American football quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of the National Football League, NFL. He spent his first 20 season with the New England Patriots, where he was a central contributor to the franchise dynasty from 2001 to 2019. Brady is widely considered to be the best quarterback of all times. Not sure. With Elba, we were looking like how we gonna be dressing for this, and like, okay, the only t-shirt I have at sport is for the Hawks, for the hockey team in Chicago, and for the Chicago Bulls. And I know that the ones who like football, then I baseball and football, they're two games that I don't understand.
Mm.
Baseball, my partner, he says that it's strategic, and he's been trying to explain it to me, but for me, it's so boring than playing on pajamas. And football, what there is called football here, that is different that what we call football in Latin America or in Europe, that is called soccer. So what is football here on in United States, what happened is like, oh, that is an infraction. Oh, that is an infraction too. Like, no, that is not. Like, how you know what is an infraction? They're punching each other. Like, there is studies done that most of the people who play NFL ended up with head injuries. It's a miracle this guy, he haven't have ended up with a broken neck, head injury, brain damage. So from the behavioral standpoint, for me, NFL is too aggressive. I cannot watch it. And Jennifer said, he's not my type either. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing in PJs, LOL. Like, yeah. If you look for the baseball players, it looked like they playing in PJs.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
swear God. My partner, he's going ballistic. Like, why you seem like, because it's not strategic. I don't understand how that works. NFL either. But anyway, you guys asked for it, and we try to be not biased, but I need to tell you how ignorant I am regarding this game. And if I'm missing, or we are missing some information, or some information is incorrect, it's related directly to me and my ignorance about sport. For me, a sport is order a pizza, wait for the delivery, get it on the straight, and go to bed to watch a documentary. That's the sport. Having 2 stairs in my house is a sport enough. I don't do any sport. So not my type. And I went to see the Blackhawk when they win the final, like I think it was like 6 years ago, because somebody had a private booth and invited me. It was one of my clients, but I was on the bar having fun with the guys, and they says, "Oh, we won! We won!" Like, oh, good. Now how we do it to the parking lot. That's it. So to put it in context for the ones who may be, it's people ignorant like me, and they don't know about it. His spouse is Giselle Bundchen. They were married in 2009. She was considered one of the 6 highest model pay on the world. She's from Brazil. She starred as one of the Angel and Victoria's Secret. She's one of the, as I said, one of the 6 best model pay considered in 2012. Tom Brady, most people don't know, and maybe you remember this actress, Bridget Moynihan. And Tom Brady, they have a kid in 2007. They were dating. She was older than he is, and they were dating. And after they break up, she found out they are pregnant, and she decided to keep with the pregnancy. She was well known in the beginning of the 2000s because she was on Sex and the City, and now she's well known for being on True Blood, New York True Blood, New York Blood. I'm sure some of you are gonna know. And says Summer Dam says, I am completely enthralled. Summer, I think I lost you. I'm completely enthralled. If you're like me trying to dictate your messages to your computer, maybe that's the reason I don't get it. If you can explain better. So if there's any question there that I'm missing. So in 2009, he married Giselle Bundchen after having his first child, John Edward Thomas Moynihan. And he had 2 kids with Giselle, Vivian and Benjamin. Tom Brady get 7 Super Bowl rings, then apparently it's a lot.
Yes.
You should check how many rings I have in my nightstand. I have more than 7 rings, but apparently they're not as important as the ring that he have. Horrible, bad joke. Remind me to not, please, do jokes because I'm horrible. Hey Leah, how you doing? So long since I see you last time. Welcome back. Rushing touchdown 25. Apparently that is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Passing completions were 6,778. Again, for the ones who knows about this topic, if I'm destroying it, please feel free to correct me because this is my responsibility. This is my fault. If I don't know if it look like I don't know what I'm talking about, you're 100% right. Passing yards 79,204. That looked like an impressive number. Passing attempts 10,598. Passing attempts is make like passing to so somebody want to score. I'm ignorant regarding that. I went to football games and I still going to football games. I still no freaking idea. I just enjoy the time with my friends. Thanks, Glowing Amber. TIS, it's mean thank you very much. Okay, let's be clear. I don't speak Tinder, Starbucks, or Twitter. Okay, so I need beside LOL. I don't have any idea what those letters mean. I still have complete conversations. Glowing Amber says, I obviously to football too. I never could understand it. Thank you.
Me neither.
But in the other hand, the kind of suits they're wearing, that is pleasant to watch. I always says, because you already have the dinner on your table doesn't mean that you cannot be watching what other people is eating on the or what is on the menu. So the good news watching football or watching a sport with your partner is they have fun, you watching the guys, even though to have fun is nice to watch. Okay, let's talk about one of the things that struck me the most, and let's try to be serious here about talking about science, is a theory called the underdog theory. And Tom Brady was known with the legend nobody wanted. He was pitched by his coach in high school since 1994. He started playing in freshman for the first time football. On 2000, he was in the draft, and he was 199 of 300 people that apparently were on the draft. They were on the draft, they were picked, and the sixth draft, he went and he wasn't picked, and he couldn't take it. And he was with his mom and his dad and says, we need to go for a walk because I cannot take the pressure. And your brother explained why being 199 for 300 from 8,000 people who apply a year is not that bad. Can you explain us why?
No, it's like, okay, this draft is not about who is good or who is bad. This is about who has the strength, who can develop the strength or their potential in around the first or the second year to the level that NFL have. It's not they are good or bad. It's about how strong you are and how you can adapt to the high level on an NFL.
Yeah, and we're gonna show a picture about him. And when I saw that picture, it says, "I never ever would do that. Doesn't matter how much money they get me." Oh my God, Amber, you're killing me.
What?
Look, but don't touch.
Yeah, just look.
It's nothing wrong to watch. Alma says, I appreciate the introduction about NFL here in Latin America. Alma's in Latin America is football is another thing. Like, yeah, but it happened in Europe too. So Latin America and Europe, football is called soccer, what we know in United States, soccer. So because we have an international, we have people from Australia, from the European continent, from Latin America. I know for you, for us, the American is obvious, but we have an international crew, so we're trying to explain Summer says, yes, apparently this started the chip on his shoulder mentally. Yeah. So Alma says, I appreciate the introduction. Susan, hey, Sue, this is so interesting potentially. Hi, Susan Yan, how you doing? Hey, roll me about the recording that we have when you want to do it, and I hope your parents are doing great. So what is the underdog theory? The legend of nobody wanted. As we says, he was 199 of, so we have 8,000 people who apply in a year. 300 I picker to be on the draft. He was 199. Second draft, and he wasn't picked. On the Harvard Business Review this month, for the ones who like to read the Harvard Business Review, I receive it every month, like Time Magazine and National Geographic, is an article extremely interesting. Why the underdog come up first and the big companies or the big figures never see it. The concept of the underdog is that person who never was given the chance until either for capability, a strategy, or strength, they have the chance to prove them. And what happened when Tom Brady was picked, he went to the coach and he introduced himself with the coach and says, hi, my name is Tom Brady, and you're never going to regret to have picked me for this team. And just what happened? He wasn't picked. He was told he wasn't good enough, and he made history to be one of the best quarterback on the history of football. Again, no idea what we're talking about. And we should have a picture of Tom Brady. But before we go in here, when he was on the draft, that's what they do with the players. They get them naked on their underwear, and like you selling meat on the market, they put the name, the height, the weight, the velocity. And the report on Brady says that he didn't have any of the conditions to be a quarterback. He maybe have conditions to play football in the NFL, but he didn't have any of the condition to be on the position he was applying to. This is the shiny kid who now become a sex symbol that any woman like. That's how he looked when he was 23. By the way, he was considering to be old to be in the NFL. Most of the kids are between 18 and 20. He was already 23 years old. So he started late. So the theory of the underdog, never, ever underestimated someone who is willing to give everything they have to prove their worth, they tried. Those are the most dangerous people, not for bad, because those are the ones who are going to be working 19 hours until they did it. And I was watching videos how he was training. He was on like a running machine, and he had a wristband tied to the wrist, like a rubber band, make impression. And he was running with two football balls and making pressure. And he trained every day, double beside the training that other people did. And most people says that the reason that he made it where he made it is A, he always was a team player. 2, he was strategic on the way he played. And 3, he never, ever, doesn't matter what happened, he give up. So American football clears up confusion. Clears up, it's different countries. Summer says, I watched an interview with a former teammate, and they said the number 199 is posted inside his locker, so he see it daily. You know what? If you made it and your number is 199, I don't know if it's bad or good. I don't know if it was a way to tease him or congratulate him, because after 199, you still went pick it up. So no idea. boxers have to do these too. Yeah, when the boxers need to weigh themselves before a weight, because you lightweight, mid-weight, and high weight. I do know about boxing. I do
I
know
don't.
about boxing.
I
Uh,
do.
no, because I need to train boxers.
Oh,
I train boxers and how to where's the weakest point on the opponent. So in order to understand the strategy, I practice with a boxer and he explained me the process. So I do know boxing. Again, not because I box, not because I like it, it's because I train boxers. You're never going to realize the people that you can train when you know face reading. It's like depending where they're covered, it's like the poker. If you have one card higher, lower, so the position of the boxer, you can determine what is the weakest part and what is the weakest part of the face, depending on the features on the face. So I learned boxing. So you are light, mid, or weight on boxing, and sometimes they're off for 20 grams. Do you know what they do? They take the pants off and the shoes off, and they get completely naked. So it's fun to watch if it's something to watch, but they get completely naked. So like if they're changed categories for like 20 grams, they take the boxer off and they don't have any problem. Believe me, I saw it. And it's like, maybe I
okay.
should keep it. Maybe I should keep in this business. I thought it was very interesting. Thank you. Hi, Elizabeth. Great to be here. Better later than never. Yeah, if it's not your wedding, I would say. Or your funeral. Then I'm gonna be late by sure. Amber says, I think the 199 posted in the locker is good. It's remind him that he can accomplish anything. He put his mind to matter what anybody else thinks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the underdog theory. And I would says if you can go to Google the underdog theory, or like actually I do have the number here because as you can see, I'm a visual. I get stickers in all my magazines, and that's where I get my best information. This number in February, March, January, February of the Harvard Business Review is a really interesting article. And if you don't find it, I would just Google it. But it's really interesting to learn about the underdog. I was the underdog. Elba was the underdog. I would say everybody on the company was the underdog, and that is one of the things that some companies looking for. Why? Because it's like a tiger not fed for 6 months. You're just waiting to open the open the door, so show to the world that you can do it. I agree, glowing Amber. We having a conversation, girls. Good to know. I love your name, Summer Dawn. You see what I'm saying? They're all ladies. We don't have any men comment. That's what I told you when we did the poll. The girls was the one picked Brady. Okay. This is 22 years old. Remember, he was born on August 77. By this time, he was 22 years old. He was never picked. He was trying to do it. Did you see the round face? And don't worry, like ever, we're going to watch and look on his face at the end. I want to pick the eyebrows. I know you love eyebrows, but I have an obsession with eyebrows. So claim it first, and I have the sun just coming in my face. I forgot to close the curtains. My apologies. He have straight eyebrows. He have bushy, straight eyebrows. And believe it or not, both eyebrows start and end on the same length, meaning that whatever he want to accomplish, he's gonna get it done. And until he doesn't accomplish what he want, right or wrong, but what he want, he's not gonna stop. Elba, you have all the right face, and don't forget the high of the ears because it's one of the most surprising things on his face.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. His ears are low, meaning he take his time. He need the information. And with the eyebrows, when we're talking with about the eyebrows, he complementary with the forehead. He needs the information step by step. He needs to know how to do it. What goes first, what goes second, what goes third. Now, another thing that caught my attention was his round chin. Even though he is bigger, his chin is big, but he has it round. Meaning he is like the kind of person that is going to talk like through the feelings to not concern about others, concern about what he's saying is not going to hurt or don't is not going to be like putting out there without taking in account others.
So I would say pay attention to A, the high of the ears. You can see if we go into the outer counter of the eye, we draw a line, you're going to see the ear, it's below the line. Look on the upper lip, look the eyebrows, and look the chin. It can look like a pointy, but actually it's round. And I want you to pay attention to something that we never talked before. And we have done a scout for some sport teams. We haven't done it to the NFL. So if somebody in the NFL want to talk to us, more than happy. Do you see this dimple? How is this dimple called?
Mm-hmm.
The
team player. He is a player. He's the
team
player. He is the one that.
So you want to find the people who lead their teams and their players to the success. Most of them, they have this dimple. We have a crack and we have a dimple. They're two different things. But in this case, he have a dimple. And that dimple never changed. But again, pay attention to the eyebrows. Pay attention to the high of the ears. And pay attention to the upper lip. And pay attention to the chin. Elba, do I missing anything?
Nope. I think that those features, that's the one you have to pay attention. Because they're like going crazy. Yeah.
Summer says, I'm a football lover and thank you. Okay, Summer, you're a football lover because you like the uniforms or because you like the football? Maybe we can talk later. You can try to explain me because sometimes I don't know if it's my partner who doesn't know how to explain me or that I'm dumb with that. Like,
you know,
my half Italian, my half Jewish stubbornness. You neither? You doesn't get it either?
Yeah. No, it was funny because once we were watching a football game, I don't understand it, and we were with friends, and I asked one of our friends and said, what it means 1 to 10? It's one person from 10, or what does mean? And he started laughing, and he looked at me and said, no, you don't understand what's football. No, I don't. It's like, no.
Yeah, I can play poker without knowing because I know this is the meaning of I'm left brain. And to me, some of these sports are like, I like chess, I like backgammon. I have played backgammon tournament. I have play poker. I play things that has to do with left brain. But when it has to do with like force, that then I don't understand the strategy. And again, I know baseball has to do a lot with strategy. But how the fat guy can be pitching and getting $30 million a year? Like, if he cannot run even for his life, depend on it. And again, I'm going to have all the guys getting to my neck. So Christian says, I was going to ask about dimple. Yeah, we get it before you get it. Glowing says, my son has a dimple in the chin. I love it, but he never has liked it. Ever since he could grow a beard, he's keep the dimple covered. No, tell your son that do not cover the dimple because let's be paying attention. One thing is a dimple that is round and different is a cliff. Like I do have a cliff. Cliff has to do with a playfulness. Dimple has to do with sport player. So has to do on the sport arena or has to do on the management arena. I found out that when I hire by companies, that we need to read the faces, the where are the next candidate. Elba and I, the first thing that we look for is the dimple. If they have a dimple, we start looking on that people to be in charge of other team, because they're going to put the team first, and they know how to manage and how to use the brain to to bring the team up. Summer says, the game of core, I was raised with all boys. Me too, but I still don't get it. Somebody in Facebook is saying, and I don't know which Facebook we have here. We have a question, and I don't know in which Facebook is done. It says, Tom Brady is hot. You watch because they look so good in the football pants. LOL. I want to know who you are. I think that I know who you are, but I'm not going to say names. But I do have an idea of who you can be. I cannot see in the live. But anyway, so you know what? If you enjoy it, be my guest. So, okay, yes. Let's go for it. So this is where they need to go through, expose themselves. Mm-hmm. I know it's needed, but it feels humiliating.
No, yeah, I don't like it either.
Okay, we have a guy 9 years later. We still have the dimple. Mm-hmm. That never changed, actually get deeper. Now we can see the front tooth. What happened with the front tooth being so exposed and so so square and big? He's a person who's give up easy, or is going to be stubborn like a mule?
He's going to be stubborn. He's going to be like, it's like he said, I have a goal since day one, and I will not stop until I get it. It's like that.
Now, can you see the eyebrows? The eyebrows start getting, on his personal side, he start getting more BS filter. This is when he have a baby with a woman he was dating, but he didn't marry it. He says that he didn't want to have a family or have kids until the age of 30. And that was unexpected. And I was reviewing some of the language when he did some interviews about that, the born of his first son, Jack. And they were really controversial if we need to do a language analysis. And I prefer not to go to the controversial part and keep it live because it's Friday. That you can see the BS filter. He could still have the straight eyebrows, but they're different. You see, on his business side, start getting more pointy. Mm-hmm. It's more, I need to have all the information. I need to read all the strategy. And what happened with his son 1 and son 2 in the meantime that I'm reviewing all the comments?
Okay, he thinks and he does. He's the one, like, feelings are the last part, and he start thinking and he start doing things. And you know what's another thing that got my attention? The self-will part here. Mm-hmm. That makes him like, yeah, he has a strong will to do things.
Oh, somebody's asking, what does a gap in the front tooth mean? He doesn't have a gap in the front tooth. That is not a gap. Yeah. Nope, it's not a gap. Mark says, his smile reminds me of the Schwarzenegger. You need to divide the faces, and I'm trying to get away from the sun, and my huge mistake not to close. I forgot we changed the time zone last week. So you need to remember that you need to divide the face based on the person that you're watching. Even though two people look apparently be the same, there can be completely different. Remember when we do asymmetry that we divide the face in two? So the asymmetry has to do. I don't have compared his smile with Schwarzenegger, if you say so, but it's not a comparison that we have done. Are his ears higher? Elva, it's all yours because it's something that happened to me in the last 3 months. I'm kind of freaked out. My ears change height.
Yeah, start getting higher, meaning he has to think fast. He needs that. He's like, okay, give me information, what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to do it. He's not taking his time. He start putting things and start doing things like, okay, that's what we need. That's what you get.
Now he says, now that you mention Mark, it can see a bit of Schwarzenegger on him. Guys, I'm going to give you the best advice that I was given when I started with this. Do not use neither your own dictionary, neither your own bias. The worst you can do in face reading is use your face as a reference, use your own bias. What do you think that you see between the what you see, and not to read the face that you have in front of you. Compared to my ears, I have bigger ears compared to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I have bigger ears than he have, and he have. If you compare my earlobes, he looked more pragmatical than I am. But compared to my face, we both are pragmatical and assertive. So do not use other face to compare. This is not to look for your doppelganger, that I never remember how it's pronounced when somebody's looking like you. Do not do that, because now we fall in on the category to comparing people and thinking that we putting people in the same category. That is not face reading profiling. What I see is what I read. Do his eyelids show waiting to be in control? Oh yeah. Oh my God. He's completely wanted to be in control.
Yeah.
Why? Because his ears getting higher. He's processing information faster. When you need to process information faster and go in places, you need to be in control. Glow Amber says, how do your ears change position? How it is physically possible? I don't know, honey. You need to ask my team. We have a meeting last week, and Elva says after certain things happened to me and says, I want to see in 3 or 2 months what happened with your face. And I wasn't wearing makeup. I wasn't wearing my eyeglasses, and I put my hair back. And all my team says, oh my God, what? Did you see your ears? Like, no, what happened? They change from, I would say, Thanksgiving to now, 1 finger over my inner counter. So you measure your ears from the inner outer counter, you draw a line. Remember the picture before?
He has lower ears.
You can see the outer counter. Mm-hmm. You can see
he had low.
They were low. Now we draw a line. And they're out. Mm-hmm. My ears physically change 1 finger higher, either in both sides, in my personal side and my business sides. So if you draw a line of my outer counter out, you're going to find out that my ears, they used to be below. You can see it's almost a finger above my outer counter. They change. Why? Because things happen to me personally, and I need to make decisions really fast. We grow too fast. A lot of things was going on. I need to jump in my food. I would say from Thanksgiving to now my ears grow 1 inch, not the size. They just move and move higher. So is, believe it or not, that what happened. Thank you, Sarah. Doppelganger. And by the way, Sarah, I love your videos about what you do after you have the steamer. Now that I don't have my house in Chicago anymore, I don't have the steamer, but I want to have one. And I love what you do with your cream, and you stimulate your drainage. So if you haven't seen Sarah Instagram. She give really, really good advice on how to keep fresh and great your face. I've been doing what you said this week. I think I punched my face too hard, so I need to control that. But thank you for the info. Helasio says, and I'm sorry again, I have the sun in my hair.
You want me to?
Uh, no. I have the sun. It's nothing I can do. I'm done. I'm doomed. I forgot that we changed the time zone. I'm paying for it. Hello, girls. Your work is amazing. Since Tom has somewhat asymmetry eyes, like one higher than the other. It's a little inclination, and thank you for the amazing work. It's a little inclination on the head, so it's not a perfect line. I would say it's more than one ear higher than the other. What I'm more worried is about that his eyes getting turned down, meaning that he stopped being positive and he stopped thinking about the things can go the way he want. And I'm so pissed off with the sun, so pissed off. So Elva, what else?
Yeah, I think that, and it can be to the proxemic. It's a little difference between the personal and the business side, so that can be to like a difference.
I'm gonna see if I. Here we go.
He gets start like having a ball in the tip of the nose. He start being creative.
Yeah. Well, because he started being a quarterback, everybody started thinking about him. And something that we need to remember always, his son one is always the big one. He think about it and do it. He's a strategic person. And another thing, you see how these start growing? The pouches, what Elba have, then I always says that I love about the Elba have like 2 pieces of I will not going to say it in publicly because it's an internal joke, but she's growing those part of the top on the top of the eyebrows. Those are amazing. Those are wheel pad, meaning they're growing. Yeah. Glowing Amber says that is incredible. Yeah, it's incredible, but it's true. I have pictures, and if you see pictures about me, I would say it's like December, January, February, and part of March, almost 4 months, my ears grow again 1 finger higher. Not in size. Again, I still have small ears. Actually, my earlobes get more attached to the head, more pragmatic, more assertive, and they get higher. I process information faster. It's making me more impatient. My chin change. My change where to is getting so protruding and so straight that it look like I have a critical line, but we were analyzing, and it's the shadow and how protruding my chin has become. High straight, used to be round. My eyebrows getting higher, thicker all the way, and more pointy, and my ears grow 1 finger higher. And I can relate to all of those changes to personal things that happened in my personal and business life in the last 4 or 5 months. And all of them correlate with the changes in my face. Actually, Elva was the one who told me when I told them what we're going to do and what is the plan. She says, I cannot wait to see how our faces are going to change. And they did. Sarah says, thank you. Like, no, I love your channel. I watch it all the time. So keep giving me, honey, I'm almost 50. I need to get rid of the double chin. Besides to stop eating pizza. Glowing says, in picture, does the position of the head make a difference in how the features are seen in the picture? Definitely. If I have my face turned this way or this way, or this way, the height of the ears are going to be different. And I have so much sun coming in my head and I don't have the chance to change position. My apologies. Again, I'm going to fix this for the next live. But can you do it, Elba, so people can see you more clear because I have all the sun in my face?
Yeah, you go here, or go like here. or go or like this, it's going to change. It's going to change the feature. But if you are not sure about the feature and you are like doubting, don't read it, because that is going to change the whole reading. So be aware of that, because it changed. So if you are sure, even though the head is like this or like that, you read it. But if you are not sure, don't read it, because it's going to change the whole face reading and it's not going to work.
Yes, you need to be really, really
Mhm,
careful, because it's not the way this. An inch can make a difference. In this
mhm,
case, we're reading based on the expertise, and obviously has to do with years of practice.
mhm,
But even though we knew features in our face are going to change even before they change it, and we even bet what features are going to change based on the things that we need to do.
mhm.
Hey, Jojo Oli. Thank you. It's the first time I see you. Welcome. Hi, my love.
Hey,
Got
Perry.
caught out by the change of time. Can wait to catch up. As to Perry, Perry is one of our number one fun. Uh, Welcome, Perry. You will have to watch the replay. Did you see, dude?
You have your own
Yeah,
crowd.
we put all the show. We work for days to get the show put together, and you just show up like, "Hey, I'm from London. I'm late." And the woman are falling in your feet. Like, you have that magic, my love. Christine says, "Susan, you're still young." Like, no, honey. Uh, I'm getting to the recycled bin. I know. I own who I am. I own the age I am, and I'm really proud of, because I have 29 years of experience, and nobody can take that away from me.
Nope.
Sarah says, "I will make some more. Thank you so much." No, thank you to you. So, what else we see here? Uh, I see something different on the earlobes. One become more pragmatical than the other. And remember that I tell you, pay attention to the upper lip.
Mm-hmm.
Look on the upper lip. Now
Nice.
we're going to go back 10 years. Do you see the upper lip? He have a thicker upper lip. Now we're going to go 10 years on the advance. What happened with the upper lip? He lose the cupid bow and the upper lip disappear. What did that mean?
In this time, it means that he get disattached from his feelings and he start being more talking about his external things.
Yeah. Susan Elba, you know I am your biggest fan. We know my love. Thank you, Susan. Take me out to the recycle bin then. It's genetic, it has nothing to do. My grandmother died when she was 103, and she was
Wow.
living alone. And my other grandmother died when she was 95. So I'm going to be all cranky and doing videos, maybe like on, I don't know, in whatever system is going to happen, but I'm never going to retire. So
No,
you're not going to get rid of me. I spent my last 30 years of my life dedicating to this. So, like, you're not getting rid of me. Another thing, you're going to see that his nose, the tip of the nose, start getting
down.
like down. But it's a trick here. It's not the getting down. The lower part of the nose, and again, sorry that I have the sun. You see this
Here,
part of the nose?
here, this one.
I had it. Nelson Mandela had it. Martin Luther King have it. I wish has to do with intelligence, but has to do with helping others. 30% of the job that we do on the company is pro bono. We are involved in a lot of cost that we don't talk about it, and we help a lot of people. We do a lot of things to help people, like from foster kids, people who come in from low income. Our benefit emotionally from what we do is try to help others. And you're going to find that not the top of the nose, not the top of the nose that is round and you can see the shiny
Mhm.
that is created, but you're going to see the low septum. What it meant. In the meantime, I put all the messages that we have here.
It means that he start helping others. He start helping his team, because it's not about him. It's not about to be the quarterback. It's about to be a team, because everyone is going to win, not just him. So that's how he started, like, in having the low spectrum. And I remember that I was watching a documentary, and said that he was the first one to get to the training, and he was the last one to get out. And he always be with his teammates, helping them to grow and to become better.
Yeah. When you have a team, you're nobody without your team. I
No.
always says the same, and I'm never going to get tired. I never could have conquered what I have conquered if I don't have the teammates, because they're not my team, they're teammates. Then we're growing together every day, and that's the best gift you can have ever. Be excited to have team meetings with your team. Now, we have 40 years later. Okay, take a look on the face.
Oh my God.
Only 4 years, okay? How a face can change in 4 years. We have shown how can change in 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, and 4 years. And we have done a special with Jennifer when we show before and after the war. So he used to have this stamina. Like another thing, you can see the broad of the chin. The chin is a square. That is the classic quarterback. I always says, for fun, sometimes we watch sport people like quarterback, NFL, or people who play any sport. It's like they're the same mother from another father. Doesn't matter the race, the age, where they're coming from. They have certain features. Quarterbacks, they have the big chin, bulldog. The one who is in charge has to do the team play, the straight eyebrows. Tell me what to do, and I'm going to get it done. I'm thinking because I need to be strategic, and I'm a doer. Now, what happened with this guy? Now, he is not only Tom Brady, he's married with one of the 6 more expensive models on the world. They start popping kids, and he started being a celebrity. Now, pay attention, something that never changed is the front tooth. Now, you can see how he was covering his team playing dimple. Why? What started being more important to him? Look at the upper lip here. You see a straight, thin, even thin, but start getting a cupid bow again. What it mean? What it changed in his life that start being important emotionally beside making millions?
His family. He wants to have a family, and he became like, okay, I love to play. This is my thing, but first goes my family. So that's how he start getting attached to his feelings, his cupid bow, because he start paying attention. He start enjoying his time with his family.
Glowing says his face is thinner, seems to have lost weight. Like, no, his stamina changed. He stopped being training 12 hours a day to do his job and doing better. Do you see the cheeks, the healer cheeks? And do you see the 40-degree angles? He become a warrior. He started establishing priorities. His chin become even bigger and become more defined. And you can see the outer counter of the eye. Again, you draw a line. You see how high the ears are getting?
Yes.
And believe it or not, his ears are higher on the personal side than the business side. My family came first. Yeah, Christine, you're right. Marriage happened. That's what happened. Marriage. Love happened. That is amazing. That somebody who is in his position with that exposure finds somebody who is unequal, and they fall in love and they choose to have a family, and the family you want. It's amazing. It's what you deserve, and you desire for everybody you love and care to have a family. But you can see the eyebrows. not only the eyes start getting down, the eyebrows start getting down.
Mhm. Go.
Sometimes that happens when you start, I always says, you're as weakest as the people you love.
Mm-hmm.
And you start getting more disappointed between what you expected to happen and what happened. And that would happen when you have your eyes down and your eyebrows start getting down too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His forehead become more and more straight. He
Oh,
become
yeah.
more linear thinker. I'm waking up 4:30 in the morning. I'm going to train, but I'm going to be home for dinner to bathe my
Mhm,
babies, feed them, and take into bed. It's like an engineer. He
mhm.
engineered his life the way he wanted to be happening. Another thing that it changed, the earlobes become more carnaceous. Perry, one time you asked me why I was reading on you that we know what it is. Check on the earlobes. They become more carnaceous. They become having more fat, even though the face is thinner. You can see no
Mhm.
earlobes. You see
Yeah, it
no
changed.
earlobes, no absence. Can you see the earlobes getting rounded or more? He's
Yes.
getting some.
Yes.
So let's put it that way. Okay. What else we can see on his face that changed in this point? His nose
His nose.
still created,
Mhm.
but this chick, this dude have an stamina to go 19 hours without stopping. We know
Even
already that, but
even though his nose since day one is small,
mhm.
meaning that he start work and doing the same task every day, and he will not get tired because he knows that has to accomplish that task.
Nothing coming for free.
And nope.
No, this is Tom Brady on the 2014.
2 years later.
And there are certain things that I don't know what happened to him, and I didn't want to research too much, but he doesn't trust anyone
No.
and he doesn't believe in anything come to you, and maybe it has to do with the path that he can, because he have that I don't trust you lines,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time he developed a huge compassion lines. You see those
Mm-hmm.
lines
Yeah, something happened to him that's
in
put it.
his personal life. They start on the eyes and they finish around at the end of the ears.
Mhm.
Those are compassion lines. And this one, what they are, Elva?
That one is the talk. How do you say the talking one? He start being like more talking.
No, no, the line, no, the jaws, the lines. One of the compassion and what are the oh my god, I lost the name too. The
Yeah.
compassion and the great the
Healing.
no the oh my god the more playful, that he talk
The-
about playfulness. He become more playful when he talk. Something happened to him that mark him. They become way more compassion. Something marking in his
Mhm.
life. I don't know if he lost someone, but you can see his cupid bow start getting more and more developed again. He started being more critical about other people think, and his team player dimple start getting
Mhm.
smaller. His team start happening in another place. Okay. His face thinner, let's wait. Children can do that to a person. Yeah. Children can change your life forever.
Yes.
When you think you're invincible, suddenly you have children and you realize that you're nobody,
No.
because now your life until the day you die is taking care of this small thing that is going to become bigger. But the truth to be told, you're never going to stop being the father. You're never
No.
going to stop being the mother. You're never going to stop being the caregiver of that little person. Love can give you compassion and survival lines. Why? Because now you have an excuse to get out of bed every morning to make sure that you survive. Could it be the children? Sarah says the same. Are compassion lines same as grieving lines? The lines that show you had been through a rough path. Compassion has to do with grieving. You cannot have grieving lines if you don't have compassion. You need to be compassionate with others in order to feel grieving. And if you don't have grieving lines, if you look on some of the mugshot, that's one of the things that we're going to watch today on the Facebook group. We have a mugshot. He doesn't have any grieving lines.
Nothing.
He have grieving, compassion, laughing, and he have pain. He have a lot of pain and grieving on his personal life. I don't know if he lost his parents, what happened on this year, but it was something that hurt him a lot. And again, I didn't want to research too much because I didn't want it to be influenced about it. Billy says, is this during the football scandal? I didn't know there was a football scandal, but somebody on the beginning of the live says such a nice faith with so much controversy. So I don't know if it was a football scandal. Again, I prefer not to know the years sometimes, only to give you the reading. And now I can give you homework so you can Google the years and I can show you what we saw on the face. His man was diagnosed with cancer and his teammate was Aaron Hernandez, which committed suicide in prison. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Yes.
So now you see, and again, we are not bullshitting you. It's not what we're doing here. We learn about the story, how they get there, but we don't want to know more. So thank you very much, Summer, for saying that those grieving lines happen only when it's pain and it's compassion. So his face is showing it. So you can see the Tom Brady 2 years early. You see the lines?
Have it.
You see he doesn't have it? Doesn't matter if you expose yourself to the sun every day. How you get those lines in your face in 2 years? He's too freaking young. He was 34, 36 at this point. How you have those lines? Those happen with a lot of pain. So, Summer, thank you very much. Elizabeth says, deflagrated was, and I don't know what happened. Apparently it was a scandal, but no idea. Yes, size of the football. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Summer Dawn. Yeah, thank you very much. I love that we do this interactive and we can learn from each other. That's the best part of the live. So you can see how someone can change and you can see on the face when they have pain. So never mind the Facebook picture and everybody's great. We're perfect. You never know. When we were talking about on the webinar of the language of negotiation, we were talking with 2 hostile negotiators and somebody asked about suicide and says, well, you need to tell the people they have an amazing house, an amazing life, and says, tell that to Robin Williams. Tell that to, I don't know, different famous people who commit suicide. They have it all. Tell that to Anthony Bourdain. He had it all. And even though he commits suicide. So you never know what other people is going through. And they can have a $33 million house, but they can lose something that money cannot buy. I always say Steve Jobs have all the money in the world, and he died like he was any other human. So we need to learn to be empath on the right way, to be nicer with others, because we don't know what is going on. Sarah says, oh, wow, that will be me. My man has terminal brain cancer. I'm so sorry, honey. I just lost my mom, so I cannot imagine what you're going through. I hope you and your family going the best way they can. It's nothing worse than have somebody you love. I hope you're near her, care for her, love her, and cherish every moment that you have with her. Hey, ladies, I just turned in. I love your videos. What are those lines that go through the nose to the corner of the mouth again? This one are grieving lines. So these lines mark what happened in your life. These are your personals. These are your business. If you see, he suffered a lot to get where he get, but you see where the line ends? But apparently this is the year his man was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and he's somebody he cared commit suicide. Elba, how far this line going?
Okay, goes to the chin. He have passed through a lot of things and a lot of pain.
He went from pain, from grievedness, and bitterness. Because when it's a lot of pain, it's inevitable that as human we start feeling bitter. Thank you, True. I miss Robin Williams. Everybody miss it, but he was the biggest clown ever. He never showed the pain he had inside. Money cannot buy happiness. Connection to others is more important. Yet, that's the reason so many people doing bad in COVID. Billy, you're very welcome. Sarah, do the mouth lines need to go all the way down to be that such a grieveness? Yes. Elba, I'm sorry, I've been taking control of the answers. Yours.
No. It's right. Yeah, when you have a lot of pain and you have passed through a lot of a stressful and painful experience, it goes down. As long you can see it, it's the pain that they haven't passed through.
Christine says, so true, Sarah. This is Sarah. That is a message from you. So I don't know what happened this year, but he stopped believing in everything that happened around. He stopped being a believer. He started being more pessimist, but he started grieving. He doesn't show. And if you see his face, you think he's smiling. But inside him, he's crying like a 2 years old. Now, 2021. Hello, cow. What happened with the guy before?
I don't know. You can see the ears. Oh my God.
So as you can see from the ears before, they're covered here for her, but you see the ears, there were a little, not too much, but stick out. Like, I'm going to try to do it in another way. That it was 12. 2021, 10 years later, the ears are stick to the head. You can see the level of the high of the ears.
Yes, they go higher.
Oops, I'm sorry. They go higher in both, but his personal life always get higher. If you look in his eyes, he become more optimistic.
Start going up.
His family and his surrender start healing it in some way that he start believing, because his eyes stop going all the way down and go more straight. You can see from inner counter to outer counter. And he have different eyebrows. What happened with these eyebrows?
They start like straight, always facts and data, and start like pointy. Give me the knowledge. Give me the research. I want to know about everything, because his position is strategical. So that's how he started. Like, okay, let's go from point A to C and give me all the information that can be used for this.
Yeah. What happened with the upper lip?
They start, now he get attached to his feelings, because the upper lip means that you talk about feelings, and the lower lip means that you talk about the outside things. At this point, he start putting his family first. he start putting his feelings from them. So that's how we see he changed, and he start putting priorities. Because in one interview that I saw, on one interview, he said, okay, you know what, I know I love to play, but I love my family. My family go first, and I enjoy their time with them, and then I play. So I have everything set up to be with the things that I want to be.
Yeah, I have a couple of a comment here. Says which year it was, but he had to take a big pay cut to keep a teammate. Diane says it looked like he has been going to a spa. He looks great. No, you know what? Grieving lines and most
Oh.
lines and things in your face can be modified when you healing the sources.
Mhm.
If you look my face 10 years ago, you want to think that it was my grandmother and not myself. And the only thing I have done is the lines between my eyes. Beside that, I haven't touched my face, and I look better today than when I was 39. Because when I was 39, I wasn't happy, neither with my work, neither with my marriage. He started meditating, doing yoga. He became more spiritual.
Mhm.
Catholicism is no longer his religion. Whatever he chooses who give him peace, that is the face of a person who's healing. Doesn't have grieving lines. He have a bigger upper lips, and he's concentrated on the feelings and an internal world, and that is good. My husband is the best research I know. Are those winged eyebrows sit the end? Yeah, he have winged on the personal. I would say it's more managerial on the business side. Managerial meaning that he takes something that somebody else dropped and make it happen.
Mhm.
Baron says, gotta fly, love the educational and winners today. Thank you, Susan and Elva. Thank you, Baron, and thank you for being in our last webinar about complicated personalities. Was like freaking wicked. He's doing transcendental meditation, and he feels more grounded, more present. Again, guys, it's your choice to believe or not. We don't know those things. You obviously asked for him for a reason, but this guy, it's almost unbelievable that it's like 6-8 years younger than this guy.
Yes.
Sometimes we can heal the reasons. Now, before we go into the comparison in the end, oh my God, 1 hour, 22 minutes. We have the Facebook group in 30 minutes. Hey, all, sorry I'm late. I will catch our reply. Hi, Glowing Amber. Great questions, says Mel. I know people, most people watch this on Saturdays. It's crazy.
Mhm.
We are the coffee in the morning Saturdays. Okay. You take two, I take two. You go first.
Okay, I go with the ears, because that's the first thing that I saw, and his ears became like, in the first one, in the before, in the picture that it's from the before, the ears were lower, meaning that he take all the information, he come back with if he had questions, and he take his time. Now, and the after, he became more like, okay, give me all what I need it now. He became impatient because he needed it right now. And another thing that comes to my mind when I saw the pictures, it's the chin. It's he became and on the picture before, he was rounded. He concerns about others, talk like being more concerned about what other people feels and things like that. But and after, he became like, just like, go straight, and I'm the one that, if you like it, okay. If you're not, I don't care. He became more like a knife cutting, just like be more like without filters.
Christine says his hairline changed. Yeah, he got a widow pick.
Yes.
He decide when he want to be seen or not. You talk about the chin and the height of the ears, correct?
Yes.
I was checking messages. I'm sorry.
No.
So I'm going to talk about the upper lip. He started when he was 20 with the upper lip. And from the biggest, more strained years of his career as a quarterback, his upper lip disappeared. And suddenly the grieving lines come up. The upper lip completely disappeared. And as soon as the grieving lines start going away, his upper lip start growing and getting bigger than the lower lip, meaning that things change and things make it better for him. He appeared younger because he's peaceful. Okay, we have a delay on. I don't want to miss any messages, so you guys don't get pissed off with me. He appears younger because he's peaceful and happy, awesome, spiritual, family, yoga, meditation, bring peace. We don't know. Maybe he's an antidepressant. I don't know. Maybe he's smoking weed. We don't know why. But whatever he's doing, he's working. What we read on the magazines, what we read on the media, we don't know if it's true. His mouth look fuller. Yes, it's definitely something that is happening. And another thing is that he started with a straight eyes, like the eyes were straight. During the 20 years of his most prominent career, his eyes get down, and suddenly 20 years, the eyes go at the same place that he started. Believe it on the future. Summer says he have a diet plan called the TB12 diet. He sweat by. Let me know which one is, because I keep eating pizza for breakfast. He will never get pissed at you, Susan. And if he does, you know what? I don't take it personal this time. Susan, so if I begin smoking weed, I will look more healthy and happy? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I don't know what he is doing, but whatever he is doing is working for him. What is working for him, maybe it's not working for you. I'm in Indiana. I'm not in Illinois anymore. Here is not legal.
No.
Oh my, where do I find some? You know what? I'm allergic, by the way. I cannot take drugs. That is so pathetic. Can you believe it? I'm allergic. Rye Mill, she is amazing. He have a book. He has a book out of is very strict. Yeah, he published a book and did an interview with Oprah. I didn't watch. It was too much rum. He and his wife told Oprah about the changes in their life. I hope they're real, and it's not only for the interview. LOL, Glow Amber. I truly makes a difference. He also cut out sugar, dairy, and bread. If it's working with him, great. I don't eat sugar. I'm allergic to gluten, and I don't look as good as he looked. But anyway, but you can see how the stamina he have when he was 20, when he want to make it, and things are changing his face. Has nothing to do with losing weight. Actually, he gained weight and he gained mass. His face get longer. His cheek get thinner. And he get more 45 degree angle fighter cheek. So has nothing to do with weight, has nothing to do with what you surrender with. It has to do how you feel internal, and your face is only a map of how you feel and how you're doing. I personally think he has found the fountain of youth. Tell them to bring some of the get a pipe to this side. So this is the different changes. This was bring to you for one of the, I think was Anita on our Facebook group. So Anita, I don't remember if it was Liz or Anita, because both are always sending us information. So those are the different Tom Brady. And you can see when he was 22 to the age of 44. He went through a lot. but the most important part is our face change, and those changes are a correlation between what happened in our life.
Yes.
Again, I want to try to find recordings from my eyebrow, my ears, and I was so pissed off that I didn't do it when you told me, Elva, because when we measure yesterday, we measure my ears, and it's like, what the heck, Susan? It's one finger higher. Like, it's impossible in 4 months what it happened.
Mhm.
So we have been going there. He's an amazing diet. TB12 matter. He's healthier and happier. I don't know what is TB12. I know B12 has to do with B12, but I don't know if it has anything to do. Can you see the Adama apple in the first, but can on the other? I don't read that part, so I would say then I can see it more profound or less, but that can be a personal opinion that it's not my job to do. Great-eyed Mel didn't notice that. What does the Adam apple mean other than he's a man? We don't read it, at least on Western Chinese and Western face reading. Maybe Chinese face reading read it. I can take a look and let you know the next time that we met. Curious to see the changes in the people's faces because of COVID. Oh my God. Perry has been collecting pictures for us of first responders. Some of the pictures are scary how people has changed. You're gonna see changes. We have changed our faces. Maybe you didn't notice the same way I didn't notice, but my team did. TV Tom Brady, and his jersey number is 12. Oh, okay, TV 12, but do we know what he eat? Only males have another apple in their throat. Like, yeah, well, if you was born as a man, but now you're a lady, you still can have the apple. I know a person is a transgender. I work with her, and one of the things, she always uses a scarf because the surgery didn't went well and it doesn't look good. But anyway, most of the men have it, but I don't know what is the meaning on face reading profiling, and what we're doing here is face reading profiling. I can't believe it's an hour and 30 minutes. Remember, starting April 2nd, we're going to be only doing live Fridays 4:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you don't want to miss any of the episodes of the live and advice, I would say, don't go away. I don't tell you to go away. I would say go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so you don't miss it. If you want to learn anything of the things that we teach today, you can go to humanbehaviorhackerschool.com. And if you miss any of the webinars and you want to re-see it, you can purchase it again on humanbehaviorhackerschool.com. And if you want to see what are the webinars coming or the events or what we're going through and what's unique, we put our notes on it. You can go to humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar. The next webinar is April the 6th at 8 p.m. We're going to talk about intimacy level, stress level, and combinations, how we need to be approached, face reading profiler intro 3. We have people saying thank you very much to you. This has been great, ladies. Thank you very much. It says glowing amber. He was chubby on the first picture. No, has to do with the stamina on the face. Don't confuse fatness. A few people are doing that. Don't confuse fat with stamina. The round on the face has to do with the friendliness and the stamina, not with fat. If you look Renee Zellweger, she's the skinny bitch I ever met. And her face, doesn't matter how much she does, she is round. Even when she gain weight or she lose weight, if you only see her face when she was in the 20s and 30s and she was triple size 0, she still had the round face. Please, let's take away the preconcept and biases that we bring it, so we can open a new chapter to face reading. This is this is a good exercise to leave everything that we know about preconceptions before. Okay, I have too many messages. As I said, if we dare to believe him, yes, he have the whole plan mapped out. I hope he have. That's what you decide to everyone. Thank you, ladies. Great chat, ladies. Thank you. Great, ladies. Job. Thank you. B12. Avoid fruit, mushroom, tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, soda, coffee, sugar, dairy, white rice, potato, bread, flour, gluten. Fruit? You need fruit.
I think, yeah. I like fruits.
Why you avoid fruit? I want to know that.
Maybe for the sugar.
My doctor is punching me to get more fruit. Not only are you educational, you are entertaining. Thank you for presenting your material in such a funny way. I always says we learn more when we have fun than we are like pointing with the finger. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Mel. Sarah, always love listening. Thank you very much. I love listening to your videos. Keep my face tight. I need to tie this up.
I want to start
Sarah,
watching it.
help me. Yeah. Plant-based diet. Fruit are plant-based. They're growing from the grove. I have a lot of fruit growing in my garden this summer. Thank you, Jennifer says. Lord, I have how much to learn here. Yes. And one of the things is that it's really difficult to get rid of our bias. And that's what the first things that I was broken my nose to put it together is something that humans being, we tend to do naturally. Do not compare your face with other. Do not get biased. Do not use your own dictionary and only read what you see. Is the best advice I can give you. And believe me, your life is going to change forever. You can see all the people who's following it, and you can see all the other episodes that we have done. It's not a reprimand. It's something that I learned on the bad way. And believe me, we can make mistakes because everybody coming from a different place. Please hold the finger. I don't know, Christine, what that mean. Thank you, my love. See you in a few. Gags, what else can you eat? Thank you, Mel. Really? Yeah, no fruit, no fruit, no mushroom, not eggplant. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat rice. But like, give me my delivery pizza gluten-free. Since I find out that I can have a gluten-free delivery pizza, my life is ruined. That's it, ruined.
But just don't eat too much gluten, please.
Yeah. Mel says it's still our advice. Thank you very much. The professor is here. He says, put preference can tell us about a person's character. Certain personalities are attracted to food with creamery texture. Other personalities are drawn to solidity. Well, I'm drawn to pizza, chicken wings, and sweet potatoes. I'm ruined. I should be sacrificed. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. Okay, guys, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. I say, Elba, today, we're going to go fast. We're going to kick this in 45 minutes.
No.
Here you go. If you have questions, this is where you can find us. And if you don't want to find us, do not click the like button. But I would say you're going to be missing a lot. Remember, next Friday, we're not going to be here. We're going to be doing a training, and you can see the mess of my office because I needed to be moving during the sun. I'm going to try to hit this, and I should contact Tom Brady to see if we can include gluten-free pizza on the diet.
Please, see.
Elba, I adore you. I see you. Oh, my God, 15 minutes. Guys, I see you on the 15 minutes on the Facebook group. Arrivederci, andiamo. See you Wednesday at 4 p.m. Bye, guys. Thank you.